on one of them there was at least the one I saw. I only saw one map. There was a like a Theta logo
Yeah.
on there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering why there wasn't like a Pop and Mags hanging
target
up
practice.
Right. I was just thinking, royalty free. It's yours if you want it. Just saying.
Man, send me the logo, man. Send me the logo.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Employee of the month.
We're not necessarily ecosystem friendly.
Pop is popping and locking. Magnum scrutinizing. Papa Max Podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to episode 25 of Papa Mags Pinecast. Mags, we are up to 164 days since we've been told we can take all of our NFTs off a Theta drop in a few weeks. And guess what? No movement last week.
Yeah, not shocked. We said it's going to be a few days.
Yes.
So how many weeks? Let's say last week was 24.
Yep.
And then so 24 times 7, then divide by 7. That many days. So I guess.
Yeah.
Right. That would be like the standard.
Yeah, we got a few more.
We got a few more days.
Exactly.
So yeah, grab a Snickers.
Yep, grab a Snickers. I'll pass on that, but go ahead.
So Popper, did you see the big drop this week?
Big drop? I guess so. I did see the big drop today, if that's what you're calling it. The Mysteria.
No, Mysteria? No, I'm not talking about Mysteria. I'm talking about the real drop, the potatoes from Imagine Replay that were free if you owned certain NFTs.
Yeah.
And you got these, the potatoes, but they remind me of like those, I don't remember those old McDonald's Chicken McNuggets commercials, and they had the toys, and you could like, so it's kind of like that with taters. Looking forward to seeing, possible rarity stuff with that and what Imagine Replay is going to do with it. So
yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of the one I got, but I plugged it into my dashboard. I'm hoping to get that free 250 R play, which is like 3 months worth these days.
Did you see who got the number one Playtato?
I did see who got the number one Playtato. A very humble Pineapple got it.
Very humble.
Very cool. Yeah, no, that Playtato that you got there at number one actually looks like pretty cool. I got one that has like these skeleton teeth and these like human looking ears, and it's just
you know what, the skeleton teeth kind of it made me cringe when I first saw it, but like Ren and Stimpy sometimes the graphics would go in, and that's what the skeleton teeth kind of remind me of.
But yeah, I mean, there was so that was a challenge, but there was a drop this week, today actually. And leading up to it, I was a little confused about what the utility for this drop was. And I was just hoping that someone would enlighten me a little bit to help me understand why we should pay $50 for a song, basically, right?
Right.
So I don't know if you noticed, but I put a poll out there, and it was just basically for, yes,
official.
It's Twitter official.
Right.
The options were, yes, I know what this is, and yes, I'm going to buy because it's cool. Yes, I know what this is, and no, I'm not going to buy. No, I don't know what this is, but I'm still going to buy. And no, I don't know what this is, and I'm not going to buy it. Right?
Yeah.
So 3 of the options were a dead heat. One of them was by far the winner. Guess which one?
No, I'm not going to buy it.
No, I'm not going to buy it, and I have no idea what it is. That's correct. Right. 89 out of 110 responders said they didn't know what the utility was for this drop. 81%. It's like unbelievable. And I'm asking, and one person had a response that I believe is accurate. It gives you access to the song that you buy. It gives you access to view after parties, like a live stream of after party, if that's your thing. And I'm pretty sure that's about it. Like, I don't know what else you can do. And our buddy Theta Zilla Club was looking up, and he's like digging into this thing. And it's like, even owning the song, I don't think there's any way for someone to financially benefit from that. So, I mean, it would have just been nice to have a better understanding of what this thing is that is being sold to us, because 80 out of 110 people, it's a decent, it's more than the tens and tens, right?
Right.
And 81% had no idea what it was. So it's like, maybe do a little bit better job of explaining what it is that you're trying to feed us here. Although they sold out.
I think but I think the people with, maybe between like 1 and 3 NFTs that are kind of BS NFTs love this thing is from what I heard. So.
The thin accounts.
Right.
I have no idea.
The Katy Perry fans came back for this one somehow, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't know.
Yeah, no, that's a lie, and that's unfair because they never showed up anyway.
Ouch. All right. Well, speaking of other Theta drop news, it seems like there was a conclusion to our Theta Frogs auction saga. Did you notice that?
I did because you sent it to me.
Yeah. Do you have that handy?
I'll pull it up right now.
So I'm looking at I'm kind of following along with Chef Pine, friend of the Pinecast, big time Mayo lover.
I got it up.
So Chef was upset, right? And rightfully so, because he had a winning bid and got locked out and was only given a minute to buy. And the whole fiasco was going on, but it came back on and he was able to buy. But the standings got altered, and I'm looking at it and I'm comparing it, and now I know that one of the guys, CWB, dropped out intentionally. He was the lead dog in the clubhouse originally, but he decided not to for whatever reason, and he's allowed to do that.
Because them's the rules. For some reason.
The rules, yeah. But so
right.
This snapshot was taken 4 seconds after, or a couple shortly after the auction ended. And then he posted a snapshot of like the standings as they came back up, and only 4 of the original 10 were still in the top 10. There were 6 new ones, but there's a few that didn't. Nico Bizarro, he's a friend of the Pinecast. A couple others as well. Lonely Zeta. Hope sorry if I got your name wrong. Got dropped out there by $1.
It's got to feel lonely.
Who's the one that responded with the screenshot?
That was Bears Tops Bulls, or at Bears Tops Bulls 1 on the Twitter.
This is one of the guys that originally had been in the top 10 for this auction and was bounced out because of whatever malfunction that happened. And this is the resolution from Theta Drop.
Thanks for your email. Sorry for the inconvenience. The software system was slow in updating the auction winners list, and subsequently the payment system was affected. Parenthesis, that's why you were not able to make a payment. To express our apologies and as a token of appreciation for your support and patience, we have given you a bracket Theta Frogs Halloween Spooktacular pack, end of bracket, and T-Fuel bracket based on Friday, 10/28/2022, exchange rate of $0.05672X. USD 316. Price you paid for the auction equals, it's a fucking math equation, 5,571 T-Fuel into your Theta Drop account. Feel free to use these T-Fuel for future drops or to make NFT purchases in the marketplace. Thanks again for your support in Theta Drop support team.
So they basically paid him what the bid was that he made that he should have won and didn't get, and they gave him a frog pack.
Right.
So he made out all right.
Honestly, I think that's better, but that's my opinion.
Well, I mean, yeah, it depends, right? Because though that auction was to get all of the airdrops over the course of the year, so there's certainly was value to it. But
yeah,
I mean, I guess unfortunate that the error happened. Well, nice to see that they did something about it, though.
I mean, yeah. So we brought this up obviously last week a little bit but it was super fresh, right? Like it kind of just happened before recording or something.
Yeah.
And somebody responded like from Theta Drop or something like, "Yep, we're aware, we're working it." Okay.
Right.
Nothing
Yeah.
happened over the weekend because
Right.
they don't work on weekends because they're in beta, as previously discussed on the Pinecast.
So are we.
Right. Podcasting's been around since I don't know how long. We're not an emergent industry. NFTs, I think, are, and NFT marketplaces are.
Web3, maybe. Yeah.
Web3. So, anyways, yeah. Oh, don't worry, we're gonna work on it. And then, hey, yeah, totally our mistake. Here's a pack and your money back in T Fuel. So, well, I mean,
5,000 T
they
Fuel.
didn't. Yeah, but they. I mean, how much T Fuel did they make, or how much they made money off the drop itself and the auction?
Right.
So they're, oh yeah, but we tell you, don't worry, everything's going to be okay, and then nope, it's not going to be okay. But take this, as a token of our appreciation for your patronage to Theta Drop. That seems a little underhanded.
Well,
because
we had
their words didn't match their actions. They said they were going to fix it, and they didn't fix it.
We had a long weekend with a couple holidays. You know what I mean? So I don't personally don't work the weekends, and we all know Monday was Halloween. Got to get dressed up and go trick or treating. That's why the Synergy Draegons got delayed because trick or treat time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's a holiday was on Tuesday as well. Yep. All Saints Day.
All Saints Day.
So I mean, we're dealing. It's a 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
So we can't be too upset.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. That's like, I don't know, man. That's like, okay, don't blow this out of proportion. We're gonna fix this. And no, we couldn't fix it, but here's some hush money, some hush TV.
Oh man, so you sent me a message over the course of the week, and you said, "Remind me about Rob's stream." Yeah. So here's your reminder.
Okay, thank you for reminding me because I definitely forgot about that. I want to say this was Monday on Halloween. I actually was working. I didn't get it off. But as I did tell you, I did get 2 hours for candy prep.
Wow, 2-hour candy prep.
2-hour candy prep. Well, actually, technically could have been more than 2 hours because I had a release time. So, you know what I mean? If I showed up later.
But wait, you worked on Monday?
I did.
What? I did. It was a 4-day weekend, dude. You didn't get a 4-day weekend?
No, and then I edited the Pinecast, and I messed up, and I threw 2 commercials of the same commercials back to back. And I don't know if you noticed that, and one of them wasn't edited. Whatever. Apologies. I haven't issued an apology in a while, so apologies for that. Other than that episode went fantastic.
Absolutely.
That's going to be submitted.
No credit to us.
No, it's all the guests. Okay, so I think this was Monday. I could be wrong, but
probably Tuesday. But Rob usually streams on Tuesday, Thursday.
Okay, so I'm a little fuzzy, but Rob had a stream, and I kind of hopped in late to the stream or whatever because I was like, oh, I got some time. Let me hop in a Rob stream, and I go in, and we're on for a bit, and then the stream goes down, and obviously we're on Theta TV, which is supposedly this cutting edge platform. And so anyway, it went down. Rob's trying to get it up. He don't know what the heck's going on. He was reaching out to somebody smart and explaining the issue. Now, also watching Rob stream was Ultralight because he was going to go on and he had a big interview lined up at 1:00 Eastern. So we're kind of like before it went down. Of course, all I'm doing is responding to Rob's stream with "I think you should leave" quotes. Throughout it, of course. But anyways, so Rob thing kind of goes down, and then Ultralight starts his thing. So I was like, and he usually starts his ahead of time, which I think in this case was definitely good. So he's on there. We're chatting about Magic the Gathering a bit. And he just got back from Magic 30, the 30-year anniversary of Magic the Gathering in Las Vegas, home of Katy Perry's residency.
You didn't go to that?
I did not, no. Anyways, to make a long story longer, Rob's stream goes down. And I post something on Twitter like, oh man, Rob's having trouble. I hope Ultralight doesn't have trouble on his, and he freaking did. So he brought it back up and he goes, okay, guys, if this goes down during the interview, I'm not going to restart it. And then it went down again. And this is like, so maybe we're like a half hour, 15 minutes from the interview. And then we were talking with some of the people in there and we're like, dude, take it off stream. This is a big interview that I still need to watch. Looked like he posted on YouTube. So I'm going to check that out at some point this weekend as of recording right now. And yeah, he had to do it over Zoom or something, I guess. That went down. So anyways, and that just brings me to a point. So Thetazilla was on later that day. His stream was up. His stream went down. He said it had nothing to do with why their streams went down. So there was a message, and I don't know if you've noticed the issue about like the crates and the rewards like not going through for like streamer gifts.
Yeah.
So basically you get something. Yeah, so was I. So you got to spin on the wheel, you got it, and it's like there was no T fuel to burn.
No gas fee or something like that.
No gas fee.
Yeah.
And our shit got voided. So like you see that it was given to us, but it's not on our account.
Exactly.
Because it got voided. And I tried to open a few Halloween crates. And TZC, obviously friend of the Pinecast, we talk about him all the time, can't get enough of him. An overall good guy. Most of the time. Well, when he's dunking on you, he's even better. I don't know.
Right.
Okay, so I know I'm kind of like scatterbrained, but the best way to tell the story is to start at the end and generally work your way back to the beginning, and occasionally hop in here and there to gain exposition on different points of the story. Anyways, all right, yeah. So, kind of before all that, something went out from the Theta TV team, I guess you might call them. I wouldn't call them. Definitely don't call them on the weekends. And they said that, hey, we're aware of this issue. We recommend, and I'm paraphrasing, right? We're aware of this issue. Please don't open any those crates or stuff on the streamers because there's an issue, whatever. So it's like, hey, they're aware of the issue. But that was a few days before all this happened. And then so TZC was like,
wow, they
just don't have any T fuel in the account. So on stream, he sent T fuel to the account, and he got his crate or whatever open.
Yep.
Dude, they did this Creators Club drop for the creators, and that's been a complete dumpster fire. And and I've picked up a bunch of them. I think they're great looking, but apparently the utility is just like you mentioned for further drops that have no utility, which technically isn't a utility. So anyways, to continue this short story that I'm making way too long, he solved the problem in 0.5 seconds. And the crack staff over at Theta TV don't know what the hell they're doing. There is no T fuel in the account. So apparently then they put 100,000 T fuel in the account recently or something like that. But what the hell are they doing? We give it to Theta Drop weekly, and a lot of times it's deserved. We give praise when they have something to be praiseworthy about.
Yeah.
But Theta and the streaming and stuff like that, that's isn't that their deal?
I mean, the irony of Ultralight having to post it on YouTube. I mean,
to talk about Web3, let's take this.
The solution that is trying to be fixed is the solution that we needed to rely on because the solution was broken.
Right.
I mean, it's
What are your thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on that? Can this be fixed?
I think it can be fixed if someone pays attention to it. I mean, I think Theta is doing great things. Like this meta chain coming up is huge. It's enormous. And right now, it's by far the most important thing. But if you're not going to hire people to take care of Theta Drop, you're not going to hire people to take care of Theta TV, then they're going to go, the things are going to happen that you don't want to have happen, right? So you either need to take care of them, or you need to find somebody else that would take care of them. And it seems like there's a natural relationship with Imagine Replay and Theta TV. So in my opinion, I'd love to see the two of them merge in some way. And I have more trust in the Imagine Replay team taking care of that than whoever is in charge right now, obviously.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you get people to Theta Drop, you get people to Theta TV. Like, you kind of, you're trying to compete in like the streaming creator content space with like Twitch and YouTube and stuff like that, right? And then some of your biggest people, like, no, it's not going to work, and we don't care. We don't know who's on first over there. Yeah. So I don't.
I mean, it feels like it's kind of gone forgotten. I've heard that the early days of Theta TV were huge and successful. I go on there. Do you earn any T fuel on Theta TV?
I mean, I haven't earned a T fuel.
Right.
I've earned a fraction of a T fuel over like 6 months.
Exactly.
I'm at like Same here. 0.1 something, and I'm on there a lot.
Right. So what the heck, right? So what's going on? It's being mismanaged. You go on there. It's like chaos on there. There's hardly anything going on. It's like it needs to be fixed. It really does. It's a bad look. And I understand that it's not their focal point, but you can't like have this beautiful thing and then just, you got like a trailer right next door. You know what I mean? You gotta take care of everything. If it's within the Theta ecosystem, we're only adjacent. I would say that Theta TV is probably in the ecosystem.
Sure. Yeah.
Should take care of it.
Yeah. I mean,
just bad luck.
What wasn't the deal why everyone's favorite podcast, God Mode Unlocked? Shout out to God Mode Unlocked. I hope you come back from that the last episode from January 2021.
Yep.
But they're on there because they got Theta.
He just took a few weeks off.
He took a few weeks off. No, I think he actually came out and said to you like, "Oh, we're not doing that show anymore."
Yeah.
But yeah, we will remain.
Yeah, he came out of nowhere. That was weird. Came out of nowhere.
Right. You didn't even
like immediately after I wrote that. I know. Right. Immediately. Like, what do you got, a bot? Like, that was crazy.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know what the solution. I mean, we're not the people to figure out the solution, but I mean,
absolutely not.
You can't encourage people to have this disaster platform, because why are they going to be on it? But speaking of disaster platform, do you want to do a congratulations to somebody who just made it big on the disaster platform?
Yeah, go ahead, take it.
No, don't take it away.
Well, we a few weeks back we discussed the word automatic, right?
Right.
We had a little debate on what automatic meant. You turn the lights on and the lights automatically come on. Well, our boy Theta Club, I think it was it Halloween or was it before that? I think it was Halloween day, right? He went on a tear and he hit affiliated status. So congratulations, Theta Club, on being an official affiliate on Theta TV. But guess what?
What?
Automatic wasn't automatic.
Well, because it was a holiday.
A little bit. Oh, we were in the middle of the 4-day weekend. That's right.
Right.
So I think he had to actually wait until like yesterday, Thursday. But he's got emotes on there, so he's able to hand them out. He's chilling. He was on there. We were debating food last night, and it was making me real hungry.
I mean, like, congratulations, he's there. Funny it took an ecosystem member that long to get affiliated. On there.
Honestly, yeah.
But I mean, it's almost like it's like, congratulations, you just became a captain of a sinking ship. But I was just watching him earning no T fuel.
I know. I've earned nothing.
I was just watching.
I've earned nothing. I've earned nothing.
And it's like donate, and I think you need like a certain amount to donate. I don't know that you don't have.
Yeah.
Because you don't earn anything on there.
Right. All right. Enough of this. Enough. But
okay.
There was actually a post from Rare Robot today in Discord. Did you see that?
Oh, not only did I see it, there was also a tweet, and while we were recording, he liked one of my GIFs I posted.
Ooh.
So no big deal. Shout out to Mr. James Rare Robot, wherever you may be, sir.
I remember when he used to like my stuff.
I remember when you used to post stuff.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. I'd love to like bring some like good stuff up. But I mean, we have just so much negative news to cover.
No, we have good news. We just saw this beautiful special hover bike that was created. And did you take a look at it at all and inspect it? Did you notice anything on there?
Like what?
Like the 64-point tetrahedron?
What?
Yeah, you didn't look very well. I thought you were a PI over there.
I was.
You pick up on everything too. Yeah, no. So there's looks like there's one of those 64-point tetrahedrons on like, I don't know if it's a gas cap or something on the side. So he labeled this thing a special hover bike. So I'm not sure. Is this thing
like
powered
you
by
need the tetrahedron?
Right. Yeah. Right.
Related
it's like to the tetra.
Like a gas cap or something.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I'm assuming. My assumption just goes to, this has a tie into the 64-point tetrahedron, which was earned by owning a custom. So I don't know. Who knows? I have no idea. I got no inside baseball on Pines.
Huh. I wonder if speculation's going to heat up on the artifacts again.
I would imagine, right? After seeing that. Speaking of customs, we had some custom activity this week.
My God, we did.
Started out the holiday during the holiday weekend. Somebody was working, and friend of the Pinecast, Jupiter Blue, rightfully, in my opinion, won the Halloween contest. So congratulations, Jupiter, and you earned the pumpkin apple with no metadata, right?
Right. Theta Drop has some of their best people working on it right now.
Is that not fixed yet?
Let's continue to
not
talk.
That it matters.
Take a look.
Yeah, not that it matters. But and then there was another custom that was open this week from our boy Catch.
Yes.
The Merpine. And rightfully so. Catch is doing a great job. Official liaison for SPS.
Yeah,
I believe he heads the complaints department too.
well, I had to funnel complaints previously like to him because I would let people know he's the community liaison. Why don't you ask them? Why don't you ask him? And
you're just a floater.
I was the assistant to the regional community liaison. Regional. Right, assistant to.
Yes.
But yeah, so just real quick before we continue with that, the metadata on Theta Drop is showing true for custom.
Oh, now it says just true, but is it named?
It's pumpkin pine.
Okay. Oh. Wasn't
pine.
It pumpkin apple?
I thought it was.
It was. It used to be. All right.
Ill regards.
Yeah. Hey.
Yeah. So, but we weren't done after the Merpine.
Yeah, the Merpine was beautiful, and then Catch goes out and makes the all-time trade with Chief to unite Robopine with Merpine.
It was like a baseball postseason, like 3-for-1 deal. Or something.
Yeah, exactly. It was like one of your fantasy football trades when you're cashing out for the season.
Right.
But yeah, and then there was a bunch of cans open this week too. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I opened 6 cans.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think was it Saturday night? It was Saturday night, I think, or something. But I traded, and I think we kind of highlighted because we recorded at a different time. We usually record Saturday night. Tonight's Friday night, but then we recorded Sunday afternoon, whatever.
Yeah.
Boring. But so I sold it, and then I basically bought 5 cans.
Yeah, it was burning a hole in your pocket.
I think I bought one for US dollars. I traded a fuse for one, which I thought was a great deal.
Yes, you did.
That you alerted me to that deal. You would have made that
I did.
deal, and I love my fuses, but
I would have made that deal, but I just know that's a good deal for sure.
And then so essentially, I wound up opening 6 cans. And do you want to let everyone know what happened? It looks like classic Magnum's back in action.
Yeah, they were all pretty close to floor.
But afterwards, I hit 90 cans opened.
Wow.
So it turns out...
And you broke the 100 marker.
And I'm at 101 right now. So
wow.
It goes Metal Cooler, your boy, Baller, our boy, who I'm going to pass because he ain't buying anything lately.
He's actually listing for sale.
Yeah, I think he's Baller's flexing. I don't know. But
he doesn't do that.
No, he's almost as humble as me. He's king of Theta drop.
Humble. Both of you guys are humble.
And then also just real quick, we've mentioned before, I bought a cat box after we had our interview last week with the Draegons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I got
another floor.
I got another floor, and that was
no multipliers, right? Or was? Yeah,
I don't think so. So, we joked about it a while ago, but it looks like now that I'm at 90, I mean, who knows what's going to happen, but I got to get that 100 can open record.
Ooh,
you know what I mean? Like, it's attainable, I think, now. I mean, I didn't think I'd ever get to 25.
Seriously, dude, I know. When we went into the drop, I was looking to get 10. And here we sit.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Crazy. It's been a long time since I've looked forward to like a drop, like that I think that I can probably get more than one of. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're talking. I'm as excited for 11/11 as I was for like the Pines back then. I'm serious. Like that's
high praise.
I feel it is. I mean, there's a lower mint batch. They're priced about the same, but these things are going to have utility pretty quickly, and I think that there's some really cool long-term benefits to it that obviously you'll hear about later in the Pinecast. But I just think it's going to be a very, very fun time after that drop. You got the generatives. You're going to be people scouring, sniping. It's going to be a fun one. I haven't really been looking forward to any drops like this in a long time. This one's going to be fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. I mean, I hope I'm able to buy more than one. If I each
Same
even
here.
Get one.
Same here. I mean, there was whispers out there that there's only going to be so many sold. Like you can't do it right now. This and that. But I mean, I don't know. At first, I thought I was going to be able to get a bunch, and I was ready. I'm ready to do that. But the closer we get, it's like, oh man, I don't know. I'll be ready, but I don't know.
Just look at. I mean, we've been in a bear market for a while. At least in the crypto in the NFT space. But look at those sales and look at when they freaking happened for Symbies.
Right.
So I don't think they care that there's a bear market, and I don't think the people that want in care that there's a bear market.
Nor should they. I mean, you're talking about a project that he's been working on for 6 years. There's actual development. There's gameplay going on Theta TV. The thing looks awesome. It's going to turn into play to earn with a whole bunch of other bells and whistles. And we all love bells and whistles.
That's right.
So other than when you're playing craps, you don't like them. But yeah, dude, I'm looking forward to this one for sure. I can't wait to. I feel like it's going to be a frenzy, and then just the secondary market. It's going to be fun. Like I don't know what a lot of these are going to look like, so I'm going to be seeing them for the first time. So it'll be fun to really try to snipe, and it'll be searching the recent listings. You know what I mean? Like back in the day.
The secondary market's going to be insane, I think.
Agreed. And it's just nice, like you can see where all the money for the first drop went. It's like they didn't disappear. They got look at everything that's going on.
And nobody knew what the hell was going on the first drop. Honestly, it seemed like the majority of people, right?
Yeah, I mean, but honestly, like this wasn't even what the first drop was supposed to be. It wasn't like they were
Right.
they were looking into making like 10 episodes storytelling with a 1-player game. And now all of a sudden you got a 2-player mini game out that's going to evolve into this massive multiplayer game, and you're still going with the original concept on top of that. It's like they just, they listened to the community and they pivoted. And to me, it was a great move. I can't wait to play. I'm not much of a gamer. It looks fun. I'll probably get wrecked. So I'll go in with a different name than Sheriff. So nobody knows that it's me. But it should be a great time.
So, who do we got then tonight?
So I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but we got a pretty special guest this week. We're all looking forward to seeing what happens on Friday, what he's got cooking. A lot of stuff coming out this week. We're kind of the first one, but stay tuned. This whole week, there's stuff that he's got planned. So we are looking forward to you guys listening to our interview with the one, the only,
Ivory Jones.
After these messages.
This week's episode is brought to you by Fuse Wars, the perfect project for both gamers and non-gamers. Gamers will enjoy the competitive gameplay and future ability to earn Tverse tokens by simply playing an awesome game. Non-gamers will enjoy the ease of lending their NFTs to gamers and earning a portion of the Tverse tokens the gamers earn as they play. Join the Symbiote creative team as they start the process of changing the way the game is played.
Papa Max, yeah. Papa Max. Papa Max Podcast. Papa Max Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we bring to you first time ever second guest appearance. You may know him from the Symbies. You may know him from the upcoming Fuse Wars, but you may know him most importantly from his appearance on the show previously. Ladies and gentlemen, Ivory Jones. Ivory, welcome again back to the Pinecast.
Thank you, man. That was an amazing intro, bro. Really appreciate that.
Oh, anytime.
Yeah.
I'm not as good as hype man as Sheriff, but I try what I can.
No, you did well. You did well.
Yeah, I was pretty shocked. I didn't know how to follow that, to be honest.
First time, second ever. That's right.
Yeah. So I'm your first time second guest.
Yeah,
And-
you're our first return. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Ivory too. I mean, technically, your previous episode should be number one of the ranking, but URP. I think URP got some bot farms or other people to download his episode because, I think you're close to 200 downloads, and he's at he's over 300.
Wow.
But they all happened at the same time. Basically.
There was a drop on a Saturday. So, we're East Coast on a Saturday night from 10 o'clock at night, East Coast to 3 in the morning or something.
Mm-hmm.
There was 120 downloads, all from Samsung and all individual IPs, which
something's not right with that.
Yeah.
Which is something. But I will say I won't kick any ratings out of bed. I'll take the ratings.
Yeah.
In fact, I encourage people just to listen to it in the background or, and turn it off. Just let it run so we get that. So I'll take the numbers any way I can get them.
We get it. I hear you, man. I hear you.
You can listen to it with the sound all the way down.
Absolutely. Whatever works.
But Ivory, can I just start out with I don't know if it's a softball, but I'm just curious because.
What's that?
Okay. So last time you were on, there's been a whole season of a Game of Thrones show. I don't know if you've caught that.
I do. I love Game of Thrones.
Because it's House of Dragons. I know you're big time in dragons. Sheriff, your boy was kind of messing with you about Dragonheart last time. But what'd you think?
Of the show? I thought it was great.
Oh.
I think it's the best show on television right now. And the acting is amazing. The story, I mean, it's an inspiring show, to be honest with you. It makes me want to go back and start reinventing Colossus all over again. I got to control myself and not do crazy stuff like that. Yeah, that's the problem when you see something so good, you want to start over. But my wife will smack me. You know what I'm saying? So I know not to do that. You know what I mean? But incredible show, man. Love Game of Thrones.
Yeah, and I will say, so I've had a bunch of side conversations with non-Theta Drop or Theta people, but about it, just because I want to talk about it all the time.
Okay.
There was a coworker, he was complaining it was a little slow, and I was like, I I think it was good because when I got into Game of Thrones, I I was like playing catch up, and I'm like, oh, who's this person? Where did this person came from? Oh, they were in this River Run on episode blah blah blah. Like there was so many characters that I couldn't keep up with. This, it seems like they tried to develop all the characters, and they had a story to tell anyway, which kind of got me into it. So
Yeah, I mean it's all about
yeah,
character development. Yeah.
yeah, oh, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I don't think it's slow at all. I think it's suspenseful. You know what I mean? I
yo,
think
yeah,
that there's not many shows that, in my opinion,
highlight, yeah.
that can take you into like a dramatic real experience in a fantasy world. And I think Lord of Rings try to do that and Game of Thrones try to do it. And me personally, I'm not a huge fan of Lord of Rings. I watch it and I do enjoy the special effects. But dragons, they put you in these people's position and you can feel what they're going through. The especially the ladies. Obviously, House of Dragons have a lot to do with birth, and they keep that focal point on birth throughout almost every episode. And I mean, it's really good acting, really
Oh,
good. Like you feel for these ladies and what they're going through in their lives as women who are, in a certain position at this time. So I just think that, I don't think it's slow at all. I just think it builds up. It's really
oh,
building
right,
up. And
yeah.
the uncle, I can't think of his name right now, but this is a bad boy, man. The uncle, I love this dude, man. Every time I watch him on camera, I'm like, man, I can't wait to see what he's gonna do next. He is a bad boy. I just can't
You
remember his
know,
name.
it was funny because I was scared of him in the beginning. Like I'm like, oh, but he developed like a crazy throughout the thing, and it's funny because like the knight that beat him, Sir Kristen,
Yeah,
uh, I was like,
cheering
oh
for
man,
him.
I was cheering for him in the beginning. I was like, I like this guy, but then it's like he's given her crap because she rejected his
Yeah.
stupid idea, like, and it's holding over him. So it's just weird how I went from, oh, I really like him and I can't stand him to like he to like 180,
Yeah.
complete 180. So the
Yeah.
character development is insane.
It's outstanding. That's
Yeah.
how good shows should be. Like you like someone in the beginning and all of a sudden you can't stand them at the end. I like that. So that's cool.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to get to that. So sorry, Sheriff.
No. I mean, well, speaking of character development, we got some characters in your story coming up. So I'm not sure if you want to tell us a little bit about them. Like, we got
absolutely.
the Draegon, we got the Sentinels, we got
We got a lot.
Inferno's not really a character, right? It's just
No attribute. Yeah.
Right.
So like in the story, Caleb, who's a Dragon Prime, being a hybrid from his race, and that's something that's considered forbidden. And the primes themselves design the dragons from a technological standpoint to not reproduce. So there shouldn't be any hybrids. There shouldn't be a mix between the race because the female dragons cannot give birth, yet one of them does. So the question is, how does one give birth if they're programmed genetically from a DNA standpoint to not carry children? And that starts the whole story. That really starts the controversy of what's going on, because technically if one gives birth, then it must be another prime that decided to program that particular female to have children. And
Wow.
it causes a division between primes. It also causes a war eventually, and Veritas and Caleb is in between that war. So that's how that story goes generally. I don't want to give it all away, but yeah, I'm excited about that. The primes are they're the spearhead of the show. I think that if we can find the right, I'm gonna say the right actors, which we have a few already, but I want to find some more that can really carry these personalities. It could be something special. We're not gonna call it, House of Dragons level, but I would love for such an experience. I think that'd be great.
Wow.
But and then the Dragons, they're all slaves. One got released on Monday. So Synergy Dragon, he is a brute. He's someone that has been through a lot from a slave perspective, but he's also a fighter, and he is one of the best. And he trains from teachers that have taught Draegon Primes how to fight. So he has a little bit of that same training. It's a rogue discipline. It's a rogue style. It's more guerrilla warfare. And so by any means necessary, he will take care of his business. And, that gets him into some trouble. That also puts him in positions to where you don't know if he's a good guy or a bad guy when it's all said and done. So yeah, I love our characters. I can't wait to explore them more and really get into the lore. The lore is going to be being released more and more soon. We want to release the lore of the Draegon Prime and all these characters, hopefully through challenges is what's one of my goals.
Cool. So you got Primes and you got Draegons. Now, where do the Fuses come into play?
So Fuse Guardian is just a resistance of the two. So basically, you would have a Prime who has decided that they want to live a life with giving freedom to the Draegons. And so when they make that decision, they're crossing a line with the council, because the council is disciplined in that they gave life, so they should be able to control it. And certain Primes defected from that belief. So when they defect, they tend to join the Fuse Guardians, the ones who want to protect both sides. And so the Guardian, the whole point of the Guardian is to assassinate the council. That's all they want to do, because they figure if they can get rid of them, they don't have to deal with these rules anymore, and they can live in harmony. That's their belief behind that. I don't know if that belief is actually going to work, but that's what they believe. So Fuse Guardian was created to create a resistance between the two, basically to guard both sides, but also to remove the Prime Council from power. And that's where they come in at.
Is the council made up of all Sentinel Primes? Like, are all Primes Sentinel Primes?
No, they're just all Primes. So like a Prime can be an elder, and an elder is like someone who's lived for thousands of years in that position. They create new standards of living throughout multiple planets, and those elders do not tend to be sentinels. If they're a sentinel, they remove that title because they don't want to go into battle anymore. They want to be in the upper echelon of how they live. And so elders live a certain way, and they control the space, at least so you believe that anyway through the story. Sentinels, they are, bred to fight and to die for the elder, to die for the council. So that's how they're bred. That's how they're marked. They have markings on their face and on their chest. And their goal is to hunt, and they hunt whatever comes in the way of the council regime. And that's how they're built. Most of them die in battle. Very few are ever on the council. Again, if they are on the council, they remove those markings. And that's pretty much it with them.
So a lot of this lore is leading up to the single player, right? The storytelling in the single player game that is in production to be dropped about a year from now. Is that right?
Yeah. We're hoping 2023. Not about to say October, December. We're hoping for December 2023 to release the single player. The single player campaign will start off with Veritas already being used by the council. She infiltrated the regime as a Scarlet, so to speak, someone that serves the male councils however they see fit, and her objective is to assassinate one of them. And so that's how the game starts. You're assassinating a council member, and then you have to escape.
Very cool. So all of this lore is kind of building up still. I mean, not really a part of this drop that we got coming up this Friday.
No. Yeah, the lore does not have anything to do with the drop outside of maybe the maps that are in the drop when you see the maps in the game, because you're fighting in a council boardroom called the Elysium. I don't think that's the permanent name though. I think that's my code name for within development. Okay. But there's certain maps that you'll see again in the single player. But the mechanics of the game is just multiplayer fun. So we're not putting a whole lot of lore in there, at least not on the drop. Now, maybe in the future we might add some more lore to the multiplayer. But for right now, The only thing in the drop that is of the lore is some of the maps and some of the Guardians as well. The Guardians are definitely a part of the lore.
So basically the drop coming up is going to be a bunch of NFTs that are generative fused Guardians that people can use in this multiplayer game, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Basically a mini game.
Yes, sir.
Mags, I know you had some questions about the actual gameplay.
Not the gameplay itself. So I watched some ThetaZilla streams of it, not too much, and it looks great, and I like that. I don't know what it's so I haven't watched too much of it, so I don't know what it's called, but like kind of like where they like jump in time or they move forward, that like jolt thing. I don't know if that's called something, but the weapons just look sick. Like I can't wait to actually play it. There was like this one that was like, it was like a one-time shot thing, or you had to keep loading it one at a time. And that thing was just destroying. I mean, if you lined it up right. So that was super fun to watch that. I noticed there's like at least in the map I saw, has there only been like one map shown, or has there been more?
I think for the beta, there should be 3 maps that they're showing. So they're showing internal ship where they're out in space. It's like a horror map. It's very dark. They're showing a control map where it's very bright and lots of tall corridors. And then there should be a Prometheus map where it's like outside ship that has crashed. And those 3 maps, I believe they've shown a few times.
Okay.
In the stream.
Yeah. So I noticed on one of them there was at least the one I saw. I only saw one map. There was a like a Theta logo. On there.
Yeah.
And I was wondering why there wasn't like a Pop and Mags.
Target practice.
Right. I was just thinking, royalty free. It's yours if you want it. Just saying.
Man, send me the logo, man. Send me the logo.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
Employee of the month.
I will say. I mean, we're not necessarily ecosystem friendly, so I don't know if that's a consideration. But we do have basically ecosystem members like yourself, on. So we like to call ourselves ecosystem adjacent. But yeah, it'd be funny little target practice on a Pop and Mags poster out there on the ship or what have you. So, but yeah,
it's funny. It's funny because I was like, there was a moment where I was working on a Guardian, and I was thinking about Sheriff Popper, and I was like, that name. I was like, how could I design a sheriff in the Guardian? And I couldn't do it, no matter how much I tried. I was like, everything I kept trying to do, I was trying to fit that name in there, and I just couldn't do it. I was like, you know what? I can't do it as much as I wanted to. I wanted like a sheriff Guardian. I thought that'd be cool, but it would look stupid on the Guardian. So I was like, it's like, oh, I can't make him look foolish. So, I tried.
You did manage a Genion Guardian, though.
I did. His worked out really well. It fit him. Plus his logo was perfect, and the dude's a killer, man. I don't know if you've seen his footage, but goodness, the dude, he goes at him, and watching him play is honestly, I was impressed. I was impressed with how fast he could throw a grenade out, and he's already shooting you in the head, so you don't even realize the grenade's on the floor. And one dude came out there and just was like so confident, and that grenade sit right there and went boom, and then I heard Genie. I said, "Got him!" And I was so dying. I was like, "Wow!" So these guys, they're playing, man. They're enjoying it.
It's fun. The other night I was watching. I had 2 screens up, and ThetaZilla Club was playing on one, Genion on the other. It's funny because the 2 of them have 2 very different strategies in the game, but they were both working out pretty well. And they're both just like that. Zilla will knock somebody like, got smack, got him, or just whatever, they're calling out the kills. It's funny.
Yeah, it was really fun watching them. And you're right, like ThetaZilla is more, in my opinion, he's more strategic in a way to where he's a little bit more patient. And with his patience, he kind of starts to like develop a plan. And as you see his play unfold, I'll be cracking up because I jumped in there. And when I jumped in, I went right after Zilla right away. I was like, I'm gonna find Zilla, and he's hiding in the corner, and I can't see because it's dark. I'm like, man, I'm gonna find this dude, and he's just sitting there waiting. And he got that rail gun that Mag talking about, that one shot kill.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
And he started plucking me. I was like, God dog, and he got me, and he's like, I got you. I was like, I see that. So he has. I like how he plans it out. He plans it out very well.
I definitely did see that sci-fi one, man. I don't know how I would ever play that one. The one I was watching more of was the open, like the more open one, where it's just like a melee.
Yeah.
He just runs right downstairs for the railgun and is, just bouncing up and down the stairways there, just pap 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 on the left, refill, pap 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 on the right.
Yep. That's what he does. Yeah. I try to throw it. So what I do is I'll throw a grenade down there as soon as he get to it.
The equalizer.
Yeah. And then there was the time where all of them was together and on that same map. I don't know why they got together, but they were like shooting all together. And I was on top. And I just threw the grenade right at the bottom. And all of them died. Boom. I was like, there we go. There we go. I got a 4 straight kill. That's nice. So it's fun. We having a good time.
Yeah, for sure. So now the other map that you were talking about that's kind of like open on the outside, is that the one where you're like locking down the different ABC territories?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like we're trying to like that map, I want to create this field to where you are going up this corridor through portals and you have to control the top level. And then you have to control the bottom level. So both teams have to find a way to access both. And, we want to remove as many dead zones as possible. But it also gives the team an opportunity to flank and to control a certain portal that people are coming through, which is where the Collision Prime shield would work very well with. So I'm excited to see the shield come into play. That's going to be coming very soon. And that might be the first VROA that we use. I'm not sure yet, but that shield will come into play where people can get together, got to work together. The more people stay together, the shield gets stronger, and they can go through the portal, protecting each other, and get into that fight. So I'm really excited about that map.
Wait, now it's going to be the first VROA. Will that be actually active within Fuse Wars?
Yeah, if I can activate that one, I would like to activate the first VROA in Fuse Wars. I would like to. So that's our goal. That's our goal.
Wow, you threw me there. That's
sorry about that.
I didn't realize that. Yeah, I didn't realize that. That's
he does that every time.
So now are these maps going to be the same, similar, that people are going to be able to play, and then eventually the point is to actually be able to earn some tokens playing this game, right?
Yes, sir. So these first 4 maps, I don't know that I'm going to allow the community to earn tokens with these 4. These 4 we may leave as free and you come in and play, but the next 4 maps and the next 4 modes will definitely be play to earn, and those maps will be different than these. We're going to want those maps to be a little bit harder, a little bit more challenging, of course, because you're earning, and then the modes are going to change as well. So right now we're talking about control. We're going to do like a resistance mode. My devs are working on that right now, where you have to protect one side and the other side has to defend. So it's like a defend mode, I should say, not a resistance. And then Battle Royale, which Battle Royale is one that I know a lot of people are waiting for. Every man for himself. That should be a lot of fun for earning tokens. So those are the next 3 that we're working on in development.
So what kind of how are tokens earned? Like what do you got to do?
So basically, depending on your gameplay style, you're looking at certain types of kills depending on what weapon you use. So for example, the Draegon Prime, obviously we know that they can build the weapon. And if they build the weapon, instead of putting it on the marketplace, they use that weapon. Depending on how many kills they get with that weapon, will give you a certain percentage of tokens. For the Fuse Guardian, they can earn tokens based off of the amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? Straight kills, meaning that you've killed a certain amount of
like
other players. Streak? Yeah, streak. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you so much. So like a streak of kills, you can earn tokens from that. Also, the VROA, like the Collision Prime, using your shield, you can earn tokens for using your shield. So we have different features within each VROA to earn a token. And if you don't have a VROA, you can still earn tokens based off of the mode that you're in. So if you're in a railgun mode, so the railgun mode, that's not the name of the mode, but that's what I'm going to call it so that we can make it easy. The gun that everybody likes, where it's a one shoot kill, we're going to have different guardians in different positions, sniping points. And so the one that's at the lowest level can snipe up. So when he snipes up and he hits, let's say he hits that guardian, he's going to automatically teleport to that next position. So the more he keeps sniping, the more he'll teleport closer to until he gets to the very top. When he gets to the very top, he's now basically the king. He's going to earn tokens winning that mode. So modes will allow you to earn tokens. VROA features will allow you to earn tokens. And then simply playing the game off of kill streaks will allow you to earn tokens.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of fun. So now with this sniper mode that you're talking about, I'm assuming that if you're the higher up you are, you're going to want to be watching out for the guys below you too, and sniping down too to get.
So yes, if you're depending on the position that you have spawned in, let's say you're in the middle. Let's say you have 5 layers. So you got 5. The bottom one is 1 all the way up to 5. If you're like number 3, you need to watch down and up. You have to watch both positions.
Gotcha.
But if you're 1 all the way at the bottom, well, you have an advantage. Your advantage is you don't have to worry about nobody behind you, but you also have a disadvantage because everybody else has higher position than you. So you have to just fight your way up. So it's that's how it is. Everybody will have an advantage and disadvantage, but anybody could win it, So
awesome. I know we've been chatting a little bit about this lately. So not everybody obviously has or will have an NFT. There's only going to be so many, right?
Right.
But we're going to hopefully have some other people that are going to want to play this game and earn, even though they don't have these NFTs.
Yep.
Are we leaning towards that being a possibility?
Yes, sir. So, the team has been working on, well, first of all, they've been working very hard to make sure everybody can play the game. And we're looking at some different features. We're not going to go into a lot of details, but
right, yeah.
The feature that we're looking at, or the vision, I should say, is that NFT holders, okay, whether you own a VROA or a Guardian, will have the opportunity to delegate that NFT into a pool. Let's say it's called like Battle Pass, a pool. Doing this will lock the NFTs for a particular time in the Battle Pass as the Battle Pass is active. They'll not be able to use or sell the NFT during that period. Okay, so based on how many NFTs are delegated in that pool and locked will determine how many Battle Passes there are that can be sold. So once you sell that Battle Pass, you can sell it to some users who want to play the game. The Battle Pass will then be valid for a specific season because everything we're doing is in seasons. We want to make sure that there is a moment to earn and a moment to play for free. Owners of the pass would get randomly assigned NFT. So whoever has the pass could get a Draegon Prime. It just depends on it's randomized. It could be a Fused Guardian, could be a Sentinel. And once it's assigned to them, they can start the match and they're playing with that pass. And now they can earn. The Battle Pass holders would then be able to keep a percentage of the tokens that they've earned during the season. And the remainder of those tokens are split amongst those that delegated the NFTs. And it's weighted based on the NFT type. So depending on the Draegon Prime, it's going to be weighted based on that type, Sentinel, Inferno, and so on. So that is what we're working on. We're creating a blueprint for that tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And as long as everything goes well, which I don't see any problems, we'll be making some more announcements about that very soon.
That's absolutely awesome, in my opinion. I know that we had spoken a while back, and I brought up the idea of renting. And I think that this is like the next step on that. And it's just incredible from both the gamer perspective, in my opinion, as well as the investor's perspective, because now you can go out and get a bunch of these, delegate them to the pool, let the gamers come and play for a portion of what it would cost to get these. And then they're basically working for you. It's as long as if this is how it can work, like this is an incredible passive investment to make, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it could be extremely valuable and very rewarding in the future. Not financial advice, but I think.
Yeah, no, we're not. We're Papa Mags. We don't give financial advice.
Right.
No.
Absolutely.
So people are earning these Tverse tokens, right? We're going to call it Tverse.
That's the token. Yep.
What?
Oh, it's not Kyle?
Oh boy.
Tverse, not Kyle. Got it.
Is that like the fifth or sixth time you've said that? What do you envision people being able to use this Tverse token for?
Oh, wow. That's a great question. So the Tverse token can be used on the Tverse marketplace. That marketplace will be given, there'll be a lot of options on that marketplace. For example, other projects. The Thetaverse Syndicate have been talking about other projects for a while, and that is going to start to become more in a manifestation in the coming next year. So that's one thing, using the Tverse token for that. Second, we're looking at within the game purchasing weapons from the Draegon Primes, for example, also purchasing vehicles, and we would like to add those modes. So some of the modes for you to earn, you would need to put up some Tverse tokens for that as well. There's a long list of what a Tverse token can do. I don't have it in front of me, but off the top of my head, we also looking at potentially, because the Thetaverse Syndicate marketplace will be showing the top leaders in the game, the top gamers, and we would like to do tournaments. And so those tournaments, in Fuse War specifically, we like to do Fuse War tournaments. There'll be rewards. Rewards would be, we could use VROAs as rewards, NFTs, but you would need to put up some Tverse tokens to enter the tournament. And so tournaments would also be a part of the Tverse token as well. Finally, potentially, maybe wanting to see if you see a certain team that you like, that you know they've won before because they've decided to clan up, and that team clanned up, they have a certain Fuse Guardian look because they might have a couple customs in there, so you could tell that clan apart from other Fuse Guardians. You could maybe bet on that team. Be like, hey, I know that team's going to win, so we're going to put up some Tverse tokens on that team, that Gorilla team right there. That's Gorilla team. We're going to put some Tverse tokens up for them, and you'll get rewards. So there's a lot in place for the Tverse token to be a very strong utility, and more coming in the future. Definitely.
Wow. So yeah, I don't know if you guys heard that, but you might want to re-listen to that. Wow. Okay. So now these guys that are buying the battle pass, right? Can they go out and like buy a skin and have it in their inventory, buy an NFT or buy a gun and have it in their inventory, and then use that with the randomly assigned character that they're given when using the battle pass?
So if they are, that's a great question. If they are using a randomized character, I'm going to say right now, no. I would think that randomized character can access the weapon, but a skin, I'm not so sure about that because that character is settled with another owner. And I would have to make sure that owner has, basically, there's a control feature within that pool that would give that user the ability to change that NFT. I'm not sure that I would allow them to do that. Okay. It will be a VROA, so they'll be able to add the attributes, but the skins themselves, I would have to look into that. So I would say no for right now.
So, but they would be able to purchase a weapon and have that available.
Yeah. They'll be able to purchase weapons, no problem. Yeah.
So, like in the game now, you have the railgun that people are racing for. Is that going to be like that in the play to earn mode, or is the railgun going to be something that somebody's going to have to mint and purchase to have?
So the first 4 weapons that we have in Fuse Wars, we would like to keep them to be free. We don't want to remove the weapons and make them now NFTs. And the reason why is because we have way more powerful weapons in the future.
Wow.
So we don't want to, let you keep the railgun because you're going to need that railgun in the future. So we rather you keep that. You know what I mean? We don't want to take that from you. We got weapons that are being designed in the future, 40 weapons, 80 total, because again, the 40 can combine into the 20 and 20 can combine, which would create another 40. So you're looking at 80 total. And those are weapons that are coming from the Draegon. So the Draegon will be doing the modifications of those weapons and then minting them. And so we don't want to take away any of the weapons from you. The first 2 weapons that will be NFTs will be coming through the Tverse token NFTs that are on Theta Drop. We'll make those announcements in the coming Q1 of next year. So 2 weapons will be coming to Theta Drop through the Tverse token NFT, and they'll be attached to some of those NFTs. But the weapons that are currently there, we would rather you keep those. You're going to need them. They're not going to be, as powerful as the ones that are coming in the future.
So I was told I'd get sides to go at ThetaCon if I asked if a trebuchet was going to be one of the weapons.
My goodness.
What?
It's interesting how everywhere I go, somehow someone is asking me that question. I plead the fifth.
Oh, that's terrific.
Sheriff,
yeah,
can I
go.
just say, I think
please.
you've come a long way since Gungate or Weapongate from a few months ago. So that's good.
Yeah.
and also, real quick, I keep going on these, side journeys, Ivory. Your episode. So lately, I've been releasing on Tuesday. We've been releasing on Tuesdays. Popper comes to me and he's like, "Hey, we got to get it on Monday because he's going on Ultralight Monday night. So it'd be really, good to have that out." So I was like, "Yeah, absolutely. Let's get it on." And then,
Bro,
what?
A little look at the sausage being made here.
I'm just saying. I'm saying instead of Monday or Tuesday, he's like, "Hey, let's make a Monday," and I agreed. It was a good move. That's not even the good part yet, though. So,
oh boy.
So Ivory goes on Ultralight, and it was great. And he got some questions. He got some questions or things came up that didn't come up on ours, but I was thoroughly entertained, Ivory. And it's nice to see that you've made your health scare from that episode, like you've made a full recovery. So, so that's all. That's good to hear as well. I don't know if that's too inside, but
no, I'm good.
Okay, no, like do an inside joke because it was that because then you had to go explain all that right after that. It was hysterical. Yeah. So I just wanted to rehash that.
Well, I mean, clearly, you can scare some people, depending on what you say. And I probably scared some people in the community, and I apologized to the community.
Wow, Ivory's given an apology on our show, Popper.
Yeah, absolutely.
Save it.
Wow. Wasn't necessary.
Snip it.
Yeah. Well, I just got to make sure that everybody knows that I'm doing good. I like to experiment. I experiment in a lot of things in life, and health is one of them. Healthy experiments. Yeah, definitely. Yes. Healthy experiments. And, I didn't want to scare anyone. So I made sure that I was cleared good. I'm good.
Yeah. A health journey. Yeah.
Yeah. Health journey.
And I think Crypto Cream would stop you from doing anything stupid. So that's my take on that. So
I would agree. She's already stopped me from doing stupid things. So I agree with that. Agree with that assessment.
So on that landing page that everyone should have already put their email address in on Theta Drop, we got a couple examples of what we're looking to open up on 11/11, right? We got there looked like there was I don't know, is it just a female Fuse Guardian?
On the landing page?
Yeah, there's a couple of
there's a few of them. Yeah, there's Veritas.
But the Veritas is a
custom.
A custom one, right? And that's a custom where if you do enough achievements, it becomes a VROA.
Yes, if you use it in the game, and once she's unlocked, she'll be unlocked, and you play the game. The achievements that you earn in the game, depending on how much time you've played, you can transform the NFT into a VROA with game time.
So Veritas is actually going to be a character in Fuse Wars.
Yes, you'll be able to play as her. Yes.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then you have the other ones. They kind of look like some of the Oracle artwork that you've done.
Yeah, it's not the Oracle, but yes, it does. It's similar. Yeah.
Okay. So those are just female Fuse Guardians.
Those are female Fuse Guardians. Yeah. Her skin color. The Oracle is blue, so she's the only one of her kind. We'll see her at the end of the month. Yeah, the end of the month. You should be seeing her. And so, but yes, there are other Fuse Guardians that have the similar hairstyle. And so we wanted to use that because it's a warrior hairstyle. It fits perfectly. Reminds me a lot of Avatar coming out next month. Yeah. And I'm a huge fan of Avatar, so I definitely wanted to have a similar design. So, yeah.
So what are the different attributes in the generative series?
That's a great question. Off the top of my head, let me think. So we have
different guns.
we have different
suits.
weapons, different helmets. So we have infinity helmets. We have exosuit. We have infinity suit, and there's one more, but I can't remember what it is. So you have 3 different suits, though. Then you have armored arms and paladin. So you have paladin armors on the shoulder for the male, and there is one female that has a paladin shoulder as well, actually. Yeah. So you have that. So weapons, skin tone. So you have different skin tone. There is a reptilian skin tone in the females, which are beautiful. Love those. Inside the helmet, you'd be able to see it very clearly. Just zoom in. All of the NFTs are about 3,000 by 3,000 resolution.
Wow.
So you can zoom in as much as you like and see the details. Yeah, those NFTs aren't playing. And I think that's it. I think that might be it.
Are the backgrounds different?
Yeah, every background's different. Yeah.
Oh, every background is different.
Yes, every background is different. You're looking at the background is built off of a portal base. The whole point is that they're walking through a portal. They're coming through for battle. Very similar to the game. If you notice in the game, you run through portals all the time. So we wanted to keep that seamless transition where the NFT can represent the game and the game represents the NFT and vice versa. So yeah, all of this portal based, but each background I used a matte paint galaxy design. I love galaxies, universes. And so I would put them together and start matte painting on top of each other. And as I matte paint on top of each other, then I would add the portal layer transition on top. So each background is different. Each background has a different portal. The portal is designed differently on each one. There's a lot of work and time that went into that. It took me about maybe 3 months to finish that and get that completed. And so, yeah, I think that's everything.
On that landing page, there's actually one character on there, and he's got a 6-sided polygon with a Theta logo.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. Yeah. You got that. That's right.
Any insider info on that one?
Nope, got nothing for you.
Sorry, T-News. I tried. That one was for you.
I know.
So tell us a little bit about Oxygen.
Okay. All right. So yeah, Oxygen, great team, great developers. I met them in the summertime. We had gotten together. We were talking about, well, basically NFTs. How could we mint NFTs inside of the game? I shared with them the VROA concept, the blueprint, the design. Working with them on both of those things. They're Unreal developers as well. They've been mastering, I think, NFT integration into the Unreal Engine now for about maybe a year or two. They've worked with NASA as well. So they've had contracts with NASA. Wow. Yeah. Really amazing team. When we got together, I told them I wanted to work with them. They saw the project. They were like, yeah, let's do it. Let's work together. Let's make this project something great. So we partnered up. We've been working together now for about maybe 4 months. And our relationship will continue next year. They're helping me to allow minting inside of Fuse Wars, or you should say really Colossus, when it's all said and done.
Right.
And so being allowed to mint within the game just makes the game that much more capable, that much more incredible. I don't know a lot of games that do that. I really don't, especially with the fidelity of the Unreal Engine. So yeah, that's what we're working on. We want to be able to mint within the game. Not have to keep going in and out where you have to go into the marketplace or you have to pull yourself out of the game. It takes yourself out of the immersion of the game. We want to keep you immersed as much as possible. And especially if you decide to use Oculus or VR, if you're a Draegon Prime and you're designing your weapon, I don't want to take the immersion out of the experience. We want to keep you in. And so it'd be great that once you design your weapon, it's minted, and now you can jump in the game and do whatever you want. So that's our goal. Oxygen is a part of that goal, and we're excited about it.
Just for everyone out there, Fuse Wars is basically the mini game, right? And then there's going to be builds on top of it, and then eventually there's going to be the Colossus build. And the Colossus build is like it's fine. Well, I guess not final, but it's going to be where everything is kind of now available. The Draegons are doing their thing. All the VROAs have their capabilities in game, right?
Yep, that's correct. And I know some people get frustrated with the different names. At least I've heard that. And my apologies. As a developer, we tend to code name a lot of things because we like to build everything in phases. I say that a lot of times. It's better to build in phases when you're dealing with blockchain, when you're dealing with Web3, because it's uncharted territory. Nobody knows what they're doing in blockchain Web3. And I mean that with all respect. We're trying to figure it out, you know. So when you're trying to figure it out and you want to create a solid product, it's best just to have a code name. It's best to break things down. A lot of businesses have that. Hell, probably most of them. Apple phones have code names. You just don't know the code name. All you know is Apple phone. And so within our development, Colossus is the product. But we have code names because we're building it in phases. And Fuse Wars was a code name so that we could give you something right now so that you could see that we mean business. You could see that we know what we're doing. And you can enjoy the experience while we're developing Colossus at the same time. Instead of making you wait the next 2-3 years, now you have something in your hands and you can see it grow. And so that's all it is. I know people get frustrated with the names, but the reality of it is it helps with the development. So that's what we're doing.
So Colossus is basically the evolved form of Fuse Wars.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's a lot here. So just trying to make sure it's clear for everyone. But, Fuse Wars a year ago wasn't part of the plan, right?
No, it was not. We were going to just run through my my roadmap to be the Colossus experience, single player first. I wasn't even going to touch multiplayer until 2 years from now. So a lot has changed. One, because of the market. Honestly, I know a lot of people get upset about the bear market, but it actually helps teams like myself where we can develop maybe faster as well. Yeah. And two, the Unreal Engine just kept getting more improved. And so with that improvement, we were able to build a strong blueprint on top of what they already had. So it just made it even better. And then three, like I said, I saw the community, the Theta community, and I was like, you know what? These guys, I think, would love this. I want to put this in their hands as soon as possible so that not only they can be committed. Yeah, they're committed, but now they can enjoy the experience while they wait for the full project to unfold. So, so much has changed in 1 year. To be honest with you.
Yeah, you can say that again. So just kind of go back to the drop real quick. So in the drop, just for everyone's sake, you have generative Fuse Guardians. Yep. You have customs. And the customs are the one of ones, right?
No, they're both customs. So you have customs, and then you have extraordinary. So extraordinary are the one of one. Wow. And those are, obviously extraordinary. They're not going to be, they're going to be difficult to get. But
like the customs, gold one, right?
The gold one.
The gold one. The gold one for the challenge.
Oh yeah, that's a one of one extraordinary. Yes. Okay. Yes. OG Earthling. Yes. Shout out.
Yeah. Congrats, brother.
Is this breaking news, Sheriff? This is breaking news, right?
No, that was a challenge. It's on the challenge.
No, this extraordinary.
Oh, the extraordinary is breaking news. Might be the first time that word's ever been used on the Pinecast, too.
Write it down.
I think it is.
Yeah, so extraordinary is the one of ones. We would like to do some things with extraordinaries. I can't talk about that on today, but we would like to do some other things with that. So there is some work that is being placed specifically for the extraordinaries. But both extraordinaries and customs can be, we'll use the word morphed if we want to use that word, into a VRO way if they're used within the game. So there is going to be future utility to allow those two NFTs to earn value within the game.
So just so everyone's aware, that's the third time I'm not talking about that has been brought up in this episode. If anyone's counting besides me. All right. Let's see what else. Oh, so now obviously you still have your original NFT sets. I mean, are these things is there time in the sun over?
I don't think so. I believe the vault, because again, that was the whole point. The vault was to bring the single player experience to the community, and they still have a mission to accomplish in that. The vault still has the ability to bring you a VROA, and they still can accomplish that mission as well. Now it would have to be through burning. And so you burn the qualifying NFTs, you earn yourself a VROA that would be accessible on Theta Drop as well. The vault has also a Fuse, the abandoned, which gives you a different perspective in the single player campaign and will unlock a episode for that particular Guardian. So their time in the sun is nowhere near over. As a matter of fact, they're just going to get more rarer. And in my opinion, they're going to shine when it's all said and done.
Yeah, so we have the opportunity to earn more VROAs with them by burning them.
Yeah.
You can also use them to access the single player game in the future. And just so we're all on the same page, when Ivory says vault, he's talking about the NFTs that you can open when you open a vault. So Collision, Architect, Synergy, and Fuse.
Yeah.
And Animated Shore, that one also gives you access to the single player game, right?
Yes, sir. All of them do, and they're staked. I forgot to mention that. You can
right.
stake.
So we're gonna be able to stake those once the marketplace is up and the token is generated.
Yes.
One of each of the vaults and unlimited animated shorts for at least the first year.
For at least the first year, that is correct. So they have plenty of utility for future.
You recently, right? You opened up Discord to non-holders.
Yes.
So is the Fuse Words drop going to give them a role? Are you still keeping it based like that, or what's going on with that?
The Fuse Guardians will not give you a role. The Fuse Guardians are only built for specifically multiplayer experience as a Guardian. The only thing that would give you a role are the Vault NFTs and becoming and owning a VROA. So if you don't have a VROA, you won't get a role. Obviously, if your customs become a VROA, then that would change some things, and something will be unlocked for you at that time. But the Fuse Guardians, as they are right now, will not give you a role.
And so with that being said, and once again, not financial advice, second time I think, Sheriff, we brought that up this episode. There's some very cheap collisions that will give you access.
Yeah.
I think I saw one sold for $42 today. So
wow.
So
yeah.
I'm just saying.
No.
I'm just saying.
Hey,
it's
listen,
good,
everybody.
It's good information.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. It's trying to decipher what all of this stuff is for. I mean, it's overwhelming for people that are just getting into it. So I know that Smack did a great job today, actually, of redoing the Discord to try to make it a little more user friendly to new people coming in, to give them an idea of everything that's going on, because it's turned into something huge that I don't think was the intent originally. But honestly, every project does it differently, but this is the one project that I think that listened to the community the most and pivoted to where they were looking for. So I definitely commend you on that. And it's been quite a ride already.
It has. I mean, the project has taken a life on its own. So, then that's a good thing. So I hope people will come in, learn, be patient with us, ask us questions. And I mean, we have a team that answers all the questions, and we're there for you. I try to be there for everyone in the community as well, as much as I can be, and enjoy the ride, because the project has definitely moved very quickly. Man, the week of the 11th is going to be powerful. A lot of announcements coming, a lot of surprises are coming as well. So I hope people would jump in and join the journey with us.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there going to be a way for people to play this game for free?
So right now, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
That we are working on some things that could open that up, a free to play, and we're discussing that as a team to figure out the best option behind that type of game plan. And so it is on the table to discuss a free to play system for Colossus. It would not be for Fuse Wars at all, but for Colossus, it's definitely on the table, and we're discussing it, but we have not made those final decisions. So I'm gonna leave that as a no until we make final decisions, and we'll make that announcement to the community.
Okay. So now I know the drop is 11/11. When do you expect the holders of these NFTs to be able to get a shot at playing Fuse Wars for the first time?
Q1 2023. That's our goal. That's our deadline for our team. We have to go to ThetaCon, so that's going to put a little fork into development. ThetaCon is happening basically right after the drop for me, because I have to travel. And so once we get back from ThetaCon and we enjoy the holidays, Q1 of 2023, we're going to hit it hard, get the game ready. The beta testers have given us incredible feedback, and criticism, good criticism that we can fix and make sure the game is polished and ready to go for the public. And so Q1, we're looking to get it into everyone's hands.
What were your thoughts on the beta version as you were playing it? I mean, everybody seemed to really enjoy it.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised. I'm not gonna lie to you, because at the end of the day, I've seen the game so much. I've played it already so much. I helped design it, so you get used to something. I was nervous. I was uncomfortable to give the game to people, to be honest. And the reactions were extremely positive. The most important thing for me was, is it fun? Because that is why we're building it. We're not building it for money. We're not building it for play to earn. We're not building it for you to just look at it as a monetary system. We're building it to see if you could have fun, because gamers want to have fun. And that was our goal. And everyone said it was fun. Even those that told me, hey man, I suck at it and it's hard for me, but I had fun. And that was the thing that made me smile, that made me feel like, okay, my team and I are on the right path because it's fun. And so if we can continue from there, sky's the limit.
Nice. So when do you expect people to be able to actually play to earn in the first earning season?
We're looking at phase 2. So phase 2 will start in March, and phases tend to last about 4 to 6 months. So give or take mid next year or August of next year, somewhere around there, we would like to introduce play to earn.
And when do you expect the token to be first given? I know you got some rewards pools and things of that nature. The Tverse token or NFTs that are on Theta Drop that are able to be redeemed. When do you expect people to be able to actually have a Tverse token in their wallet?
We're hoping to have that as early as May of next year. We're looking at the tokenomics is about, I would say, about 75-80% done, but we still have other players that are involved that we need to run these things by, names that we can't name on here. But at the same time, once those players that are involved come in, we all sit together, come to a conclusion, then we can push it forward to the community. And so we're looking at May of next year at the earliest for the community to start staking, earning the quarterly rewards in the Discord, and then August allow us to start funneling the token into the gaming system for play to earn.
All right, that sounds excellent.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance you're going to disrupt the system, Ivory. So
I hope so
too.
So is everybody going to need to go out and get like a Ferrari computer to play this game?
That's a great question. No, not at all. People have been asking me, what are the minimum requirements? And I don't answer the question because I'm still in beta testing, and until testing and optimization is over, I don't want to give minimum requirements. Having said that, we have ran the game on 3050 Ti mobile graphics cards that are highly affordable, and that's in a mobile tablet. I'm using a tablet, an Asus ROG Flow 13 tablet, a little thing. It's pretty cool. And I want to show a video of it next week to the community. But also 1070s, those are old graphics cards, 1070s, 1080s can run this game no problem. We also are looking into, so keep my words carefully. We're looking into mobile. We're looking into what we could do with mobile. We have some devs on the team that are discussing mobile, but it's only discussions right now. If something moves forward with that, we will let the community know. Right now, it's only PC. It is not Mac. It is only PC. We are looking to get a Mac version for Mac owners, but the first iteration of Fuse Wars will be PC title only. Lots of things can change after that because we have lots of announcements to make about new partnerships and new people getting involved. But PC title and 1070 would be the smallest card for you to use on this title, and you wouldn't have a problem with a 1070 graphics card.
You posted a picture a little while back of a mouse, and it had like 30 buttons on it. Like what was that? Like $1,000 mouse? Like what were those? I don't even know what that was.
So it's a Razer. It's called the Razer, and the mouse is like a transformer, and basically it changes depending on what you're using it for. So It's called the Razor Pro. Razor Pro, yeah. I was looking for the name so I could find it for you guys. The Razor Pro. And so what you can do, it has an adapter that you could take off of it. And each adapter is developed for a specific use case. So like if I want to be in Photoshop, if I want to be in ZBrush, or if I want to game. And so for Fuse Wars, there's an adapter on there that gives you, I want to say 16 buttons. And so those 16 buttons I can program in Fuse Wars to do everything I want to do, like throw a grenade, reload, everything I want, anything, strafe, portal, whatever I want to do. And it's so much easier because I don't have to use the keyboard. All my buttons right on my fingertips.
Oh, wow.
So I just take my thumb. Now the question is, how fast are you with your thumb?
Thumb cramps thinking about it.
Exactly. So if you're quick with your thumb, you can do all kind of stuff and go in and have some fun. So yeah, I like that mouse. It's working really well.
So I'm assuming that I know that Zilla also, he uses an Xbox controller, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's really good with it too. Yeah.
So I'm assuming you prefer the mouse over the controller?
You know what? I prefer the controller because I grew up with a controller. But I know when people are in the game and they all have mice, I want to get my mouse because the precision is better than the controller. Having said that, we plan on creating more precision with the controller because of the beta testing, because of ThetaZilla and other beta testers that use the controller. So we're going to go back and actually add some aim assist to the controller within Fuse Wars, so that helps people with the controller to compete with people that have mice. So we're going to add some more to it. But yeah, I prefer the controller over the mouse. I'm used to the controller. It's just that if somebody comes in with a lot of, like, if I see a lot of players and they all have mice, well, then I'm pulling out my mouse.
So it's probably a really stupid question, but the mouse is used to like turn and aim?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. And then you have like different buttons that are like to move around.
Yeah. So the buttons are basically to make sure you're always equipped, whether that means, as a fighter, you want to make sure you have all your bullets in your gun. If you need to reload, you want to make sure you're reloading. Yep. And at the same time you're reloading, you're throwing that grenade out so people are getting scared. You know what I mean? So you're just trying to keep yourself in the battlefield for as long as possible. And those buttons really help. If you're using a controller, it would take you long to turn around, where if you had a mouse, you would turn around instantly. And so those are the advantages and disadvantages of using a controller versus a mouse. And so if I'm coming at you and you got to turn around because you see me shooting you in the back and you got a controller, by the time you turn around, I got you. You're done. So.
All right. So it's point and click to shoot.
Yep. Point and click.
To aim. Okay.
Yep.
Now the one thing that I saw that I was kind of surprised about is there is some serious strength behind like the pistol whip when in combat here, man. It's like a it's dead, like one shot kill.
Absolutely. These are primes. They they're strong. Look at the Fuse Guardians. It's Fuse. Well, I'm sorry. Yeah, they're Fuse Guardians. But I mean, they're the size of primes. So look at the NFTs. Look how big they are. They're one punch and you're done.
Wait, but is it a punch or are they like they're hitting you with the butt of the gun?
It's a melee. Yeah. No, it's a melee. So they hitting you with the butt of the gun. Yeah.
Okay. And that's it. It's just one and done. Like I was surprised to see that. And that kind of kill happened a lot more than I thought it would happen as I was watching.
Well, if you can like really learn how to maneuver when someone's shooting at you, they better be great at the shot because you could actually run around them and get close to them and then just butt them with the gun and knock them out. But again, you got to make sure you're good at shooting and you got to make sure you're good at running. So, I felt like that brought more fun to the game. Some of the gamers like Smack, I don't think he likes that. I think Smack wants it to be a little bit more balanced. So
no hand to hand. He wants
no hand. Yeah, exactly. So we're going to go back and look at some of his beta critiques so that we can work around that. But we're adding hand to hand. That's not even a question. So Draegon Prime brings hand to hand as well as Sentinel. So we don't want just military alien weapons. We want to be able to fight as well. So that's going to be coming soon.
Is that certain modes though? I mean, you're not going up against a railgun, no matter who you are, with a punch.
That's a great question. The Sentinel Prime is not going to be taken down with one shot from a railgun.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh, because he's got the strong suit.
Like I told you, you better keep that railgun because you're gonna need it. So.
Oh man. All right. So Fuse Guardians are destroyed with one shot, but not everybody.
No, not Sentinel. Sentinel, you better be ready to use that railgun. And once you use it, you got to reload. So you better be reloading fast, man.
Oh, it's a one-shot reload.
Exactly.
Okay.
That Sentinel's coming at you. So
sounds like Smack wasn't good at slappers only.
Smack was good though. He was good, but I think he prefers, the guns to be like, I don't know. He told me that some of them are overly powered, like the railgun. I like the railgun. I think the railgun is perfect. Me personally, I don't see a problem with it. It's nice to have overly powered weapons. I don't want everybody.
It's balanced though, because you have to load that thing too, right?
Exactly.
So
yeah. It's not like you can just keep shooting. You got to reload. You got to you got to keep moving. It's called strategy, and it's chess. It's not checkers. And so, the queen is stronger than all the pieces, but that doesn't make her the most powerful piece on the map. So I just, I think the railgun is very powerful, but it has its limitations. The grenades are very powerful. You get a grenade at your feet, you're done. So I just feel like, I like to see people strategize and work together. And that's what we're going to continue to focus on in development is team play, to make sure teams can work together and to beat the other team by working together.
So what was that other gun? So there was on the top there, in the open one, that was lighted, where the rail gun is all the way at the bottom that Zilla always ran to. There was another decent gun.
Yeah. But that's the most powerful one. That's the most powerful one in the map, to be honest with you.
Oh, really?
It's called the Zev. It's black, right? It's a black one.
Yep.
Yeah. So that one is short range, very, very powerful. Long range, it can't reach you as much. But if you get close enough, you can definitely tear people up with the Zev. I believe it's the most powerful because at the end of the day, it keeps the body moving faster. Like the railgun actually takes a little bit more weight. So you move like a little slower holding that railgun.
No way.
Yeah, just a little bit slower. I don't know if they even notice it, but their characters move just a little bit slower. And so the Zev, you get to keep your speed with the Zev, and it's just as powerful. I mean, obviously it's not a one-shot kill, but it's tearing you up. It's putting holes through you very quickly. And so the Zev is a really, really good gun. We love that gun. Love the design of that weapon too.
So now when you have a weapon NFT, does that mean you start with that gun, right? You start every match with that gun?
Yes. So if you have a weapon NFT and obviously you use the NFT in the game, you're going to start with that weapon instead of having to get the default weapon. Yes.
Is it going to be something where it's like you could have 3 or 4 weapons in your inventory, but you can only choose one to go into battle with to start with?
No. So when you start off with your NFT weapon, you should still have. No, you're going to start with just that weapon. If you have multiple NFTs, yes, you can choose. You can hold multiple NFTs on your character. If that's what you meant. Yeah. So like, let's say you have 3 NFTs and those 3 NFTs are all weapons, you'd be able to start with those 3 in your inventory. You can only carry 3 right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We're thinking about adding a 4th, but I like 3 at the moment. And so if you have 3 NFTs and they're all 3 different weapons, then yes, you can carry those 3 into the game.
So you said before you have 80 different weapons in mind. So if somebody had 10, they got to choose 3 to go to battle with.
Yeah, they got to choose 3. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're not going to be able to bring all 10.
And I'm assuming that each kind of weapon would have a better use in a certain mode or on a certain map, that kind of thing.
Yes. I mean, depending on the map that you're on, you should be paying attention to that before choosing the weapon that you want. Totally agree with that. And also, if you're on a certain mode where you can earn more income or more tokens, I should say, then you should be aware of the weapon you're choosing for that mode.
Gotcha. So like you said before, these earning seasons are going to be like you're visioning a couple months long each, and then a resting period of just free play?
Yeah, I would like the season to be 4 months. I'm looking at 4 months. So I'm thinking a 4-month season per year. And within this, that way it gives you opportunity to plan for the season, to prepare your weapons, prepare your character, and prepare your team. So it gives you an opportunity to really gather all your thoughts before the season begins. And once the season starts, you jump in and you start playing and enjoying yourself. That's my objective. That could change though. I definitely want to keep it seasons, but the amount of months it could change to maybe 4 or 5 months. It just depends on the traffic, depends on our infrastructure. The most important thing about all of this is our infrastructure, how we're going to be running the infrastructure, how we're going to take care of latency. And we have a plan in place. I would like to share it with you guys in the future, not today, but we'll share it in the future. And we're excited about that. So, we want 65 players on a map eventually. And, if that infrastructure can handle that type of traffic and we have the security in place to handle it, then we can decide how the season will carry on throughout the year. So again, we're building in phases. We want to test and then implement, test and then implement. That's very important for us so that we don't release a broken product.
Cool. Now, you did mention, I know there's nothing like permanently set at this point for the gambling feature, but would that be something that's only during an earning season, or is that like a separate mode that could be accessed at any time?
Yeah, that would be separate, because the thing is that if you start tournaments, and tournaments allow you to earn or win, I should say, NFTs like VROAs, those tournaments should be able to be gambled on. So we don't want that to be just for the earning season. We would allow that to be anytime there's a tournament. So it would be open-ended as far as schedule, because again, we want to make sure we have a strong schedule for tournaments. Tournaments could be challenges on Theta Drop, for example, or on the Tverse Syndicate website. So we want to make sure that that's available, and then putting tokens up for your team should be available as well.
Would you consider like a 4-on-4 or 8-on-8, like heads up kind of match for like each team has to put up a certain number of tokens, and like going heads up in poker, or like a battle royale kind of situation where you got 20 people, everybody throws in a token and the winner gets the most?
I would say both, honestly. I mean, I like both options. I don't see nothing wrong with both. The sky's the limit as far as creativity when it comes to putting tokens up for matches, because there's so much you can do. I like the idea of a battle royale where one person wins all, and I love a team-based system. So the team-based system can be in a certain mode as well. It doesn't have to be team versus team while you're just fighting. It could be defend. You're defending reactors, which is the next map that's coming out. Is going to have a lot of reactors in it, and you could defend those reactors. The other team has to destroy those reactors. You can bet on that. So I don't see no reason why we can't do both.
Cool. And then that would just be something that's just available as a mode regardless of season.
Exactly.
I mean, I think I think that's huge, to be honest. Earlier this year, for holders of the animated short, we all got a Dark War NFT, or Fuse the Guardian NFT for those that missed the first one. And that unlocked episode 1, right?
Yep.
When can we expect episode 2?
We're working for episode 2 for quarter 3 of next year.
Okay.
We would like to release that around that time, depending on how our development pipeline works after Fuse Wars. Fuse Wars is going to be something that we want to put a lot of attention to. So we want to make sure that those community members are being taken care of. We could change that development for the episode, but right now we're on schedule for quarter 3 of next year. We're also looking at that episode to maybe be an airdrop again. So we're looking at that as well as a potential airdrop to our customers and to our community members, to be determined, but we're on schedule for that. If Fuse Wars takes us off a little bit, we'll let the community know, because again, we want to make sure Fuse Wars is a priority going into the new year, so that the community is happy and they're playing their game.
Is it going to be similar length to episode 1?
I would like it to be a little bit longer. So our goal right now, the script has already been made by Martin, and so we have everything we need to make the episode. And the script, I think the episode would last about 15 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes.
Wow. So that's much longer.
Yeah, it's much longer. And one of the reasons why it would be longer is because we'd be using the Unreal Engine 5 as our base for the episode. So it won't be pre-rendered. It would actually be real time. So that would actually give us the ability to make it longer and to make it look incredible. So yeah, 10, 15 minutes is our goal for episode 2.
And then episode 3 is the actual single player, right?
Experience? Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's right. That's right.
Very cool. You got anything else you want to ask, Mags?
No, it sounded like you covered everything. Every question you were going to ask, I was going to ask. I had it written down.
I'm sorry.
And, you beat me to it.
Doesn't surprise me. So I don't know. You got any other secret sauce you want to spill? We have 10s and 10s.
Yeah, I know you do. I just want to say to the community, just be ready for 11/11. It's going to be an exciting week. We do have some surprises coming for the community. Thetazilla tomorrow, which is was that the 4th of 11, should be doing a raffle drawing for the community for participating in tweets. And then next week we have surprises, I would say almost every day. So, be I hope everyone is just be vigilant and listening what's going on within the Symbiote Creatives community space, and be ready for some amazing surprises.
And when he says this next week, he means this week.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what
we're in the future right now.
There you go.
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
All right, man. Thank you so much. Surprising we got a guest to come back, honestly.
And such a big one too.
Yeah.
And hopefully this, the community gets this out and we can push that contested URP episode out of there.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey man, URP earned that. We keep that there.
Oh yeah, he earned it. Oh yeah. Yeah, it cost him a lunch or something with the crew downstairs at his office building.
Guys, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate everything y'all do in the community. Appreciate you allowing me to come on here. I have a blast every time, so it's a lot of fun. So I appreciate it.
Always welcome, Ivory. Anytime
Absolutely.
you want.
Yep.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Awesome. All right, man.
Thanks.
Well, we'll let you get to bed. We know it's past your bedtime. So
It's past it.
tell Crypto Queen we're sorry.
Will do. Will do.
All right. Well,
All right,
we certainly look forward to seeing you at ThetaCon. Going to be awesome. And it's right around the corner. And yeah, 11/11, going to be awesome. Can't wait.
Yes, sir. Thank you guys. Have a great one.
All right. Have a great
Night,
night.
Ivory.
Peace.
You have been listening to the Pops and Mags Pinecast. Music provided by Sushi Cat. Like what you hear? Send that cat a treat at feedthecat.theta. Pops and Mags is a scumbag hat production in association with Kyle's Hot Tub.